Yeah, the nerve and here in the blood. Never the whole.
One of the gifts of this apprenticeship has been being in close relationship to the processes which sustain my life and the life of all the beings who live on this land. Cooking over fire, gathering our water from the well, eating most of our food from this land. Being in close connection to all of those processes and kind of being at the root of where and how they occur, it's kind of facilitated more of a sense of care for what is going on around me.
Within like the first week of being here, the realization that I can have an impact and I don't have to be afraid of my own humanness in the world. I don't have to minimize the humanity that I am, has really reshaped how I can live in my own body and the world that I'm trying to kind of impact in a good way. And then I felt like I had permission and was enabled to do that more than any place I've ever been.
When I look around here and I see the composting toilets and the root cellar and the gardens and the community meetings, I feel so strongly and I know so deeply that this is the future, this is what's real, this is what feels good to me.
Being able to really align with the seasons and not just noticing changes over time, but engaging with them, and participating in the growing season and seeing that part of the food system from start to finish has been really gratifying.
Yeah, a gift of this time for me has been actually having a lens to look at the forest besides like this is the wilderness. Instead, I feel like I can see the forest as a potential home. Being kind of given the possibility of nurturing that thread feels like one of the main gifts I received while I was here at the main local living school.
A moment of joy that I've had at the apprenticeship is eating a meal all together with all the apprentices and people living here on this land, and knowing that all parts of that meal had our hands involved in it, in the processing and the harvesting and the growing. And just like the camaraderie around that, the conversation shared while processing and caring for, and then sitting all down together by candlelight and eating delicious meals fresh from the earth and laughing and playing games. It's probably my favorite moments of joy.
Yeah, I think there's really something special about the experience of communal living or even just gathering together for a couple of nights with a shared purpose.
One thing I picked up from this place is how to just do things without thinking too hard about it when you know in your heart that it's the right thing to do.
This time has been some of the most concentrated learning time that I've had in a long time, is being really committed to almost 100% being a student and a learner in this community. And I feel like it's fulfilled what I was looking for, and that I'm now ready to go into the world and refulfill my purpose and my duty and my desire to be an educator. And so I'm going to go teach at a forest school for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
This time at the apprenticeship, I feel like, and what I've learned and what I'm taking forward with me is sort of propelling me towards a life of more sustainability and a life of more intention. Wondering how to live in the world while still incorporating these things is very much on my mind and on my heart, and I'm going to take that forward and see how I can live more intentionally and how I can teach others to do so as well, and just start taking care of the earth in the ways that the modern society is not promoting. And I feel like that's a responsibility I can take forward.
What is this experience moving me towards? It's hard to say anything specific. I think it's more of an attitude of heartfulness is probably the most succinct way to put it, knowing that moving forward in my life, I can trust the voice right here, and that it will guide me to decisions and actions in places that are beneficial for myself and for other beings and for the land. So kind of this caretaking attitude, I think, is what I'm being propelled towards.